Am I gonna poke myself with anything if I search you?
You may. I have a dildo. What did you just say?
No, sir.
Why are you calling me a sir?
Ma'am, do you know why I pulled you over?
No.
I'm sorry, sir. My eyebrows get in the way. You were doing 35 and a 45.
Yeah, I'm being very cautious. But I'm not a sir. You keep saying it.
Oh.
I have a lot going on.
Are your feet tired? You're a ma'am.
Do you see my tits? Because I've been running through your mouth.
I just thought you worked out a lot. I need you to step out of the vehicle.
For what?
I am gonna search you. Do you always stand this close when you talk? What size bra you wear to people during the winter?
Well, I'm not double D. Sure, what's going on with your eyes? You want to say?
Why is your breath smell like that? No, I'm into guys. What's up, guys? My name's JC.
And I'm Bethany.
We are the raw,
uncut,
unfiltered.
If you ain't seeing it here,
you ain't living it. So today we're gonna talk about
high-speed chases.
Yes.
Because I've been on one. You may think I wasn't, but I was.
This bitch has got stories.
I do. I'm not even joking. I was 16 years old, driving in the car. I had no license. So I took it with my friend. We're driving in the car. She has a bottle of pills on her. We have weed on us, coke, everything. So we're driving, and my car was like, you could spot it anywhere. It was called the Golden Nugget. It had gold tints. It was a Hyundai Elantra, and it was all gold. I'm driving down the street, and 2 cops go flying by me, and I was like, oh shit. You know, so I'm trying to like drive normal and make sure they don't turn around. I keep looking in the rear view mirror. All of a sudden they turn around and I'm like, are they coming after us? And she was like, you're so paranoid. I'm like, no, they're coming after us. So I made a right, made a left, made a right. I'm going down every single street to get away, and I end up in a cul-de-sac. So I park the car, I turn it off, and we put our seats back. And all of a sudden, I'm not even joking, about 6, 7 cop cars surrounded us. So they get out of the car and they're like, get out of the car. So I'm like, well, that's it, we're going to jail. And I said, you better take those pills. And she was like, they're all over my purse. We get out of the car and they're like, where is he? Where's the guy that was just in your car? I'm like, there is no guy. There was never a guy in my car. And then they turn around and they're like, wrong car. And they took off. They didn't ask me for my license, nothing. I had all the drugs on me.
Like a call, huh?
No, it was all over the news. They were chasing someone that was in the same car.
Wow.
And it was a kid that was in the car that they were chasing, the passenger. So they thought that he had jumped out of my car and he took off running, and I had him in my car, but it was the wrong car.
But they were looking for the same model and car.
Same model, and it's crazy because that car is like not a car you see everywhere. Everybody knew I was coming.
I was being followed by the feds for maybe 3 weeks, and I knew they were following me. This is how fucked up in the head I was. I knew they were following me, so I would blow red lights. I would speed up so I would catch the yellow and leave them behind. And in my head, every time that I left them behind, I was like, yeah, you know, I'm Scarface, blah, blah, blah. And that shit have gave me the sign to stop doing what I was doing, but I kept on doing it. And I won't forget, I was flying down a street and the cops hit their lights. They started chasing me. They pulled me over. I was smoking weed in the truck and I didn't have a license, didn't have insurance. It's crazy because I had all this money and I never had insurance on my cars. I never had a license,
yeah, but
nothing.
Why?
I don't know why.
How old were you?
It's like, I don't know, like 24.
Oh, well, at least I was 16.
You know, but it's like the more money I had, the more like I used to.
The more you didn't do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they pull me over and I'm like, I don't have a license, sir. He tells me to step out. They go in my car, they found the ounce of weed. They start running my name and everything. They tell me, all right, you're free to go. So instead of being in my head like, oh, like they just let me go? No, I get in my car and I tell my friend, yeah, man, you see, that's what I mean. I'm fucking untouchable. I'm fucking Scarface. I'm the Teflon man.
Let's go get that tattoo.
Like, it was crazy, but it's because the feds called them and told them to like let me go because they were in the mental investigation. They were following me. And I should have taken that as like a sign, and I didn't. It's like I still kept on doing the same shit I was doing that day.
Yeah.
And you know, it's crazy because sometimes, believe it or not, sometimes the universe gives you signs.
Oh yeah.
The universe or a higher power, whatever you want to call it. You know, there's people that are not religious and stuff like that, but it gives you signs to like get your shit together.
Well, and at that very moment when you're getting pulled over, you know everything that you're doing wrong. Like for me, every time a cop gets behind me, my legs start shaking. I start like, even now, and I'm not even doing anything. I still get nervous, and I have nothing to be nervous about, but it's the same fear. I remember not too long ago, like when cops showed up somewhere, I went to go take off running because I was so used to running.
I did that at the gym at Tangibles. It was so funny because it was my second year that I had been out, and I was training one of my clients, and I seen 4 police officers walk in, Phoenix PD. So I ran into that little room we used to have in the back where the weights, the little closet by the bird on the wall. I ran and I locked myself in there, you know, and Chris was like looking for me, and he finally like texted me. He's like, "Where are you at?" And I'm like, "Hiding." And he started laughing because he knew that I was hiding because I seen the cops come in. And he's like, "They're looking for you, dumbass, but for training." So I came out, and it was because I was training one of their, the other police officer I was training. So they came and asked me, you know, my price range and all that stuff. But that's how crazy and our guilty conscience still stays after, even when we're not doing nothing. And I think it's something that little by little I've been letting go. I think I did a lot better when we got pulled over that day by the cop. I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. I don't get nervous.
Well, the cops treated you good too.
Yeah.
There's cops that don't. There's cops that treat you a certain way because, I mean, I've been in the car where my friend has been pulled over, and as soon as the cop comes up, he'll say, "Let me guess, I fit the description." And they're like, "You do." And it's messed up.
There's good people. I've met some cool ass cops, you know, Phoenix PD that I've trained, and you know, I've met some fucking assholes. I've gotten pulled over, treated like shit, and I've gotten pulled over and treated really well, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. I mean, there's good people and bad people in every line of work you can possibly think of, but sometimes when you're doing what's wrong, there's signs that tell you to get your shit together, but you don't listen, and guess what? Then shit hits the fan.
Well, everybody wonders or, you know, gets mad and says, like, "I don't understand this and this and this." It's like, no, you do understand, because you know when you do things wrong, bad things can happen. When you do things right, good things happen.
And you used to always say that at the beginning when we first started, and I'm a firm believer in that now, that it's like every decision has a consequence, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
And that's it. Point blank.
And the thing is, if you're doing all good, what could possibly go bad? You know? There's times that, in life, things are gonna, you know, get messed up and whatever, but half the time, if you're doing everything right, you're gonna live a really good life. You know, I learned that the hard way.
You heard it here, guys.
Don't run from the cops.
Have a license.
Yeah, have
Don't
a license.
drive with drugs. Don't do drugs. Stay in school. Don't be a fool. Stay out of gangs. Don't get tattoos.
But you don't know what they are.
Brush your teeth. Floss.
Every day.
My name's JC.
And I'm Bethany.
We are the Savages.
I chose the life I'm living. Out here trapping, getting